Move to this now. Students at the Central University of Technology in Bloemfontein want their NSFAS allowances now. They've taken to the streets accusing the university of delaying payments unfairly. Some say they are even facing evictions from their residences because of this situation. On Monday, police used stun grenades and rubber bullets to disperse students, blocking the streets around the campus. eNCA's Mangoba Mchunu is there and joins us now to give us an update of what is happening. Mangoba, what is at the heart of the protests? What exactly is the grievance around NSFAS that those students are seeking to ventilate?
These students again taking to the streets today here. They are outside the main gate here at the Central University of Technology here in Bloemfontein. Of course, the biggest issue and the bone of contention is around the payment of NSFAS allowances, which they say the university is not honoring. They're accusing management of not paying those allowances on time and also not paying the exact amounts that are reflected on the student portal when it comes to payments. And some of these allowances, of course, include the allowance for accommodation as well as allowance for meals, which they say they have not been receiving for quite some time. And they're saying this is an ongoing problem here at this particular university. It is a monthly problem that students here have to battle with, the fact that these allowances are not being paid on time. And some of those students are finding themselves in difficult situations where they have been evicted because of the lack of payment by the university. So let me get a sense, perhaps though, Tulas, from one of the student leaders here who's part of this protest, just to ventilate their issues. Baba, let's start here. Of course, we see that this protest is still continuing. Even yesterday you were out here on the streets. Just take us through some of the issues, the major issues around the allowances that you're currently experiencing.
All right, first and foremost, we reject the appointment of Fundi as a third party, because we need the institution to have capacity to can distribute the student allowances in time. If there's anything that the institution must do, they must hire more staff there at finance so that they can be able to issue the allowance in time. Secondly, we are calling firmly the suspension of Professor Henk, the Vice Chancellor of this institution, for having to preside over victimization of students. Secondly, we are calling for the institution to uplift the suspension of student leaders, former President Moses Ntonyane and former finance officer.
Okay. Let's talk about the issue of the allowances. What is the problem with the allowances? We understand that they're not paid on time, but what really is at the heart of this?
The major problem that caused the delay is that the institution have not sent the registration template to NSFAS, which result to students being unfunded. Secondly, the institution do not take their responsibility serious, because it has been an ongoing process where the institution delays to issue the allowances. So now, hence we are saying the institution needs to have capacity to can deliver the accommodation and meal allowance in time, because there's no excuse in Central University of Technology that they can't have a system that can be able to pay the students in time. It's not justifiable why the Institute of Technology cannot develop a system that can be able to pay the students in time. When is the 30th or 25th every month, those students must receive their allowances on the same date, all of them, those who are supposed to get the allowances.
So have the students currently received those allowances? What is your understanding? Have they received the allowances this month?
Yes, some have received, some have been receiving, but majority have not received due to the issues of registration templates and other factors. Yes.
And have you engaged the university management at all, and what are they saying to you?
We have tried to engage the university management, but they don't recognize us, because they are saying they only speak to SRC, and as students we don't recognize the current SRC. That is why one of the demands is to say we want free and fair elections, because the SRC that is in place today, it was not voted for students, by students rather. It was imposed to us by the management.
Okay. There's a decision by the university to close this particular campus. Do you think perhaps that they are doing this to try and perhaps stop this protest?
Yes, it's rather deliberate what the institution is doing. They are trying to contain the situation that is happening outside here. That is why they went to an early recess. In fact, if they were genuine, we have been calling for suspension of classes due to level 4. But because now it suits them, that is why they took the decision to go for an early recess. It's not because of COVID and other things. It's because they want to contain the situation that is happening in campus. They want to demoralize the students so that when they come back, this particular demonstration will be over there.
Okay. Thank you very much. That was one of the student activists speaking to us there about some of their issues that they're facing. Of course, the university issuing a statement to us just a short while ago, confirming that, in fact, they will be taking an early recess. They will be closing this particular campus, and they've actually called on all the students that are living in the residences here to vacate their residences by no later than 12 o'clock tomorrow. Of course, they say this was a decision that was taken by the executive of this university following a special meeting that was held yesterday. So it seems as if for now this particular university will be closing its doors. Of course, they're saying that this is due to the level 4 lockdown regulations and to try and perhaps prevent a super spreader sort of an event with students here on campus.
All right, thank you for that. Manqoba Mchunu out in Bloemfontein outside the Central University of Technology. From Bloemfontein, let me take you